Club, and I'm going to open it up with all of you. First, if you're not familiar with the Northwest Cider Club, it is an awesome way to explore craft cider from all over the Pacific Northwest. So every quarter, you get a box with 6 different amazing craft ciders in them to explore and learn about different makers and all of that fun stuff. So let's see, in my box, oh, this is super fun. I recognize this immediately. This is from a friend of mine, Eric Lewandowski, who does these beautiful prints of apples. So you can buy these types of things online. He's at Heirloom Apple on Instagram if you want to follow along and see what he's up to. He also does beautiful packaging and branding work and things of that nature specific to cider. He is so knowledgeable about cider. And then they also send you this lovely Cider Member Map that shows you, look at that, look how many craft cider places are in the Pacific Northwest. It's incredible. But this, I wanted to open this up because this this quarter's box is all about different styles of cider. So helping educate you on the different types of cider that exists out there today. You know, a lot of people think that all cider is super sweet or sticky or girly or whatever thing you think about it, and it's just not true anymore. There are so many different styles. I mean, look at all that. So we're gonna jump in here and see what types of styles they have included. So let's see, this first one here, Rain Barrel Cider Works. I haven't actually had this before. I'm not as familiar with them. So this is exciting. They are from, it looks like Oregon, Baker City, Oregon. And it's really nice on here. They have this nice little slider to help you understand how dry or sweet it is. So this says semi-dry. And I believe this is kind of the traditional or heritage style that's in this box, if I had to guess. Next, let's see, we have a can here. 12 Bridge Cider Works, Summer Days, Strawberry Pineapple Hard Cider. So this would be what is considered the fruited style of cider. And so this is kind of a more modern take on cider where they are adding different fruits to it, similar to what the craft beer world has kind of expanded into as well. I'm not familiar with 12 Bridge either. This is so fun. Especially for someone like me who feels like they know a ton about cider and have tried a million different ciders from different craft cideries, the fact that this box arrives and there's still cider makers that are in here that I haven't had yet is super exciting. And this also says on the front, semi-sweet. So it's really nice. A lot of cider makers are starting to help you discern what style of cider they are making. So if you do like sweet, you can find sweet ones. If you don't like sweet, you can find dry ones. It's really helpful. This is Alma Cider. Look at that fun label. I haven't seen this before either. And this is a hopped cider. Man, I love hopped ciders. If you're a beer drinker and you're looking to kind of start exploring cider, hopped ciders can be a really fun way to start. So I'm really excited to try this because there are some beautiful hopped ciders out there nowadays. And this is an exciting one to try as well. Trying to see where they are from. Washington, Mount Vernon, Washington. That's our hopped cider there. Now we also have, and now that I'm thinking of it, this timing of this, so you want to go to northwestciderclub.com/explore to see the boxes that are available. But God, this is great timing for Mother's Day and Father's Day. I just thought of that. I think you can order this current box that I'm showing you right now up until May 26th, and it will arrive in June, I think early to mid-June. So you have plenty of time to order, but this 4th bottle in our box is from Greenwood Cider Company. Oh, I haven't heard of them before. They're in Seattle, Washington. So this is a barrel-aged dry cider. And again, it's not a coincidence that you're seeing some parallel trends here with cider that we've already seen in the craft beer world. It's very similar in the direction that a lot of this is going, where there's some beautiful kind of classic styles that are exactly what we've all been kind of drinking and enjoying since the beginning of time, it feels like, especially in the United States here, where cider was a part of our founding story. But there's now all these different exciting things like the fruited one that we just looked at, the hopped, barrel aged, and so it's really fun to explore that. So I'm excited to check this one out too. 5th, we have, I have had this one before, a familiar favorite. We actually did a virtual tasting with Blossom Barn, last year now, I guess. They make a beautiful perry, and that's what this is, their front porch perry. And so for those of you who aren't as familiar with cider, perry, all that kind of good stuff, if you see something that says perry on it, that means it's 100% pears. If you see something that says pear cider on it, that means it's a mix of pears and apples. And so that's kind of a little cheat for you there. And this is a beautiful perry, one of my favorites actually, and it's perfect for summer. So I'm super excited that that's in my box. And then last but certainly not least, we have a Liberty Cider Works. Oh, a Basque style cider. For any of you who know me, my first craft alcohol introduction and love was way back before I was honestly even 21, when I studied abroad in Spain and fell in love with Basque style ciders. And so I have a whole story about that on my website. You can go to thecraftycask.com and check it out. And I think it's called my roller coaster romance with craft cider or something like that, because it was a little bit of an up and a down for me. When I discovered Basque style cider, which is what this is, I just fell in love with the dryness of it, the slight funkiness of it. And then I came back to the United States, and gosh, this was back in early 2000s, and everything here was super sweet, kind of tasted more like a Jolly Rancher, a green apple Jolly Rancher, than anything kind of really like an apple. And I was totally turned off for almost 10 years until I started discovering amazing craft cider makers like all of these. So that's how I really got back into cider myself. Was, Basque cider was my introduction, and then finding that there are craft cider makers out there doing amazing, incredible work with craft cider that is heritage and kind of traditional, and then also innovative and kind of doing some of these fun things like fruiting and hopping and barrel aging, and pears and all of that good stuff. So if you love cider, if you're curious about cider, this is a great way to get started. northwestciderclub.com/explore to kind of see what's in the two boxes. But head on over there, check it out. It would make an awesome Mother's Day or Father's Day gift as well, or just a gift for yourself. And it's honestly every quarter when this box shows up and I get my little sneak preview box before everyone else is getting it, I get so excited to check out these amazing new cider makers and kind of travel through the Pacific Northwest through cider. So if you're interested, head on over there right now, northwestciderclub.com, and check it out, and tag us if you join. Tag us if you're buying ciders you love, if you're drinking ciders you love. We love to discover new things with all of you, so we look forward to that as well. Drink craft, drink the world. Cheers, everyone.